Da da dun dun dun. Da 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 dun. Da dun dun da 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 da. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Actually, I'm making this video after uploading my last one. It is currently 5 in the morning, almost 6. I think it actually is 6 now. It's 6 now. But I thought, hey, I might as well do Wednesday's video too, because I have testing tomorrow. So sorry if I look weird or anything. I've been up since 10 p.m. Because I fucked up my sleep schedule again, but don't mind this either. Today's album is AJR's OK Orchestra. Another AJR album. So, let me tell you a little bit about this album while my friends send me snaps and shit, because they're not losers. So, OK Orchestra is a 13-track album. Here's the black one. Boom, boom, and boom. 13-track album. And it is about a lot of things all at once, really. Some of the topics being divorce, some of the topics being scared, some of the topics being... There's a bunch of topics in this, by the way. I want y'all to know that. This is one of my favorite albums. Of course, because it's AJR, but also it's fucking pretty good, you know? Me and my mom love this one. It's the first concert I've ever been to. This is a ghostly one. You probably won't be able to see it. It's very bright. So yeah. Let me organize this real quick. This album features OK Overture, Bummerland, 3 O'Clock Things, My Play, Joe, Adventures Out There, Bang, The Trick, Ordinary-ish People, Humpty Dumpty, World's Smallest Violin, Way Less Sad, and Christmas in June. So, without further ado, let's get on with this. Alright, so I just realized I was on the 3rd song and I didn't review them. So we're gonna review them all together. Give a rating to it. I reviewed what the meanings are and shit. So, OK Overture is it's just like a roundup of the whole album, hence an overture. Overture is like, take all things at once and make something out of it. Say you took all of the Hunger Games shit and made something out of it as one final thing, you know? But lyrics in it are like, but I'm not dead yet, so I guess I'll be alright. So, he's just saying, I'm not dead, so I'll be fine. But I'm not happy. So, like, meet in the middle. That one gets a 9 out of 10. I don't listen to it a lot, but if it comes up on my AJR playlist, I'll listen to it. Moving on to Bummerland. Bummerland is about, like, being at your lowest in life. And, you know, it can only go up from there. So that one gets, like, a fucking 10 out of 10. That was my favorite ever fucking in the album. It was my first favorite, alright? Moving on, 3 O'Clock Things. It's about hiding yourself and worrying what people will think once you show your real self. This is the real me, by the way. I think I'm pretty normal, but I'm pretty weird too. So, yeah. 3 O'Clock Things. It's just about that, really. Come on, guy. I promise everything will be alright. Be okay. Your eyes are tired. Keep them open because you wouldn't want to miss a thing. Yeah, that's the lyrics. So that one gets a 9 out of 10. It's my mom's first favorite off the album. Fuck. Yeah. Moving on to my play, is about divorce. And it's like, he doesn't want to waste time on love, so, jump right into it. Or it's like, what if I just end up like my parents did? God, I'm on a roll today. I'm like moving fast through these. Yeah. So it's just about divorce. About your parents' divorce, not wanting to end up like them. So either why try, or if you do try, jump right into it. Don't do that. And also talking about like how he was affected by it. So he was like, mom and dad both seats sold out, but like, is your smile real or is it just an act? Moving on to Joe. That one gets a 9 out of 10, by the way. Moving on to Joe. That's the name of his school bully. So he's like, oh, am I cool enough now? Like, I'm playing shows and shit. I got millions of people liking my songs. I'm on the fucking radio all the time. Fuck you. But am I cool enough now? That's basically the whole meaning of it. Not a lot of people like this album because they don't think enough when it comes to music. They only listen to the music. And I'm here to show you guys that I'm trying to think about the music. So, like with my 21 Pilots one, I listened to it the first time, didn't want to listen to it too much because my record player, its little needle is fucked up, and I didn't want to scratch it. And the album wasn't out, but I wanted to get the video done before then. So I just wanted to show that I, did listen to it, and I tried to understand all the meanings. I think I kind of fucked up on some of them, but the same with every fucking album I've ever reviewed. Maybe Man was me talking about it too. But moving on to Adventure is... Oh, sorry. Fuck. 9 out of 10. Adventure is out there. It's just like, why am I moping around today? There's nothing to do. Kind of like being bored, and then trying to find something to do, and then, holy moly, it's a real do-nothing day. I could change a dress or try another state. I could change my name and it won't do anything. So, like, not running away from his problems, but also kind of being like, why am I not out there? Why am I in here moping around? That one gets a 9 out of 10. All of these are like 9 out of 10s or 10 out of 10s. But moving on to Bang. I forget the meaning behind it. But this song was on the radio a lot in 2020. It was actually originally supposed to be on Neo Theater Deluxe. So that's pretty cool. Sorry, I'm looking at this because like AJR likes to put like little messages. And oh yeah, shit. I could show you guys this, but I probably won't. Right here, there's like a ring of like different instruments, and that was used as Bummerland. Like it's a single version. I don't know what this fuck, that's a drum pad. I don't really know what, that's probably OK Overture. Is there a small violin? Because if so, the ring is also the world's smallest violin because they It's like la da 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 da, and it has a mouth on here. Um, but yeah, they just like putting little things in their music, which I think is cool. Not music, sorry, fucking this. The thank God it happened again because I had to cut out the last one. Put your vinyl so then they're not like this, like who? Put them like that so then they don't fall out because that would have been fucked. Uh, Bang is kind of like I just need to grow up. Um, you know, there's not really much other than that except for like feeling old. It kind of wraps into OK Overture where it's like I'm not dead yet, so I guess I'll be all right. Or like so one day, maybe someday, I'll be so out of touch, I'll become a trumpet or a drum set in a sad orchestra. One day, maybe someday, in a world speeding up. Um, I forget that little lyric. But yeah, that's a 10 out of 10. Honestly, they play that really well in concerts. Cause Maybe Man's my favorite fucking concert. They had Jack, you know, and his shadow, and it was like boom, bum, 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 bum. It's pretty cool. It's Shadow Jack. Moving on to the trick, it's the trick is kind of like 3 o'clock things where it's like hiding yourself, faking, even, but he's so far into this lie where he's like, "Fuck, I'm doomed." That's exactly what he even says too. Not fuck, but I'm doomed or I'm screwed. So it's just about hiding yourself again. Moving on, actually, that gets a 9 out of 10. Moving on to Ordinary People, featuring the Blue Man Group, their second ever feature on the song that's been on their album. Ordinary People is kind of like Bang, where it's like growing up, but also it's like, oh my god, I was so much happier when I was classified as no one. Like, not popularity wise, but like, say school, all right, from the ages like at first grade, no one cared who you were. You weren't the weird kid. You were just normal. I mean, you were out of ordinary, but like you were kind of normal. And then high school, everyone focuses so much like popularity and shit. Um, my situation, weird. Uh, Weird AJR kid. That was what everyone knew me as. Almost everyone. I'm not mad about it. But also, fuck some of you. 9 out of 10. Moving on. Humpty Dumpty. Fuck. Dude, it's about hiding. Hiding. That reminded me of a different song. Adventure is Out There. Kind of like Adventure is Out There, where it's like, oh, I'm hiding. Like, because one of the lyrics is, something's wrong, but I'm scared to look it up. It's also about his OCD. And no one fucking got that probably until the concert where he talked about it. But it's like, kind of thinking he's a freak for having OCD. But that one gets a 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10. I really like it. Moving on to World's Smallest Violin, the second popular song on this album, is actually one of the songs they're about to take off. So, the AJR realized something, that all of their popular songs, or the ones they didn't like, turned popular. Because they were about to take it off the album because they were like, oh, no one's going to like this. And then World's Smallest Violin, almost everyone liked. Except for if you're one of those trend writing dickheads. But World's Smallest Violin is like, he's the violin, he's spewing on. And he feels like he's about to explode because he doesn't talk about his problems enough. So, that one gets a 9 out of 10. Or 10 out of 10, I don't know. This next one definitely is a 10 out of 10. It's way less sad. This was the ending for their concert. It was their third popular song. It also came out on my 12th birthday. Nope, 11th birthday, because this album came out in 2021, March 26th. Holy fuck, I need to get a life. But Way Less Sad is like, he's not happy, but he's happier than he once was. So he's way less sad, of course. That one's a 10 out of 10 if I didn't say it already. Moving on to the last song off this album. Had to get a thumbnail in. Christmas in June. It's about him wanting to tour all the time, and he finds it hard to balance relationships and touring, because it's like, plan on this, you're no longer gonna be the plan I'll miss, I'll never let you down, but just in case, can we do Christmas in June? Oh my god, I don't know, I forget the rest of the lyrics, but that one's a 10 out of 10. That was like my second love of the album. I did want to talk about something. The tour, the shows, they put on like a magic show, kind of. I also remember Bummerland having a demo called Outside. And fun fact, I got to ask Ryan at the Maybe Man show. My mom can attest to this. I got to ask him one question during his master class, because he shows how they make their music, and I was like, can you play this demo called Outside, because I really like it and it got taken off of YouTube, and someone recorded that, but they kept out my voice, obviously, but they grabbed that. Then someone went back onto Wayback Machine, grabbed the other part of the song, because the beginning of the song was lost, but the other part kind of wasn't, and they spewed it all together in their own special way, and that's why the song's back, because there was no good versions until after the Maybe Man tour. So this whole album is a 9 out of 10, like every other thing. There's always room for improvement, but actually no, I got to give it 10 out of 10 because of my love for it at first. My love for that album is a lot. It helped me through a lot too. But that's all for today's Wednesday music review. I'm Braden Coons. Also, this is the only show where I do this on my bed. And like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. And I will see you all next video. And now cue the outro with Mind Control on it. Goodbye. Darling, you're not so likable. Well, darling, you don't have mind control. I used to like you a lot.